Hello and welcome to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. This week we will recap select races from Saturday, May 4 and Sunday, May 5. 19 races were on offer over the two-day race carnival on the weekend. The road to the Triple Crown is in full flight with the running of the Portmore for the fillies featuring on Saturday, while Sunday was the Kingston for the Colts and Geldings. Let's begin with the race number 3 from Saturday. This was a restricted allowance event going a distance of 7 furlongs or 1,400 meters. A 7-horse field set to go postward with leading rider Tevin Foster getting the mount of the even money favorite Super Alex for trainer Carl Anderson.
Robert Halladine and Burning Valor will load at 7. Halladine looking for a double on the card. Field in 9. 7 furlongs. Starter ready. They're off. First start, Exotic Light left a bit flat-footed as they took off out of the gates and make their way now toward the final 6 furlongs. Burning Valor on the outside gets a narrow lead. She's My Hedge Fund moving up to join, and She's My Hedge Fund leaves the 6 with the advantage up front and occupies pole position. The grey Kai on the go just a length and a piece back. Burning Valor taken off the splits, racing out wide. There goes Wayne's Princess joining Burning Valor. They leave the 5. Cookie Day and Night races next, then Super Alex and Exotic Light going nowhere at the back after a poor beginning. They're about to arrive at the half mile and run into the top turn, and it's She's My Hedge Fund guiding them along by some 2 lengths. Kai on the go trying to stay with her. Burning Valor is out 3 wide. Wayne's Princess tucked in between horses filling the sandwich. Cookie Day and Night is further back, possibly 6 off that lead, about to be joined by Super Alex. Forget Exotic Light. They lead the 5/16. They're coming into the lane. She's My Hedge Fund comes into it once again with that lead. She's trying to go all the way. She's My Hedge Fund now asked to accelerate by the rider who pulls out the stick in the right hand. They lead the 3/16. Here is Wayne's Princess asked to close up. Cookie Day and Night now taken off the rail and asked to close the gap. And Cookie Day and Night now sprints through and grabs She's My Hedge Fund, and the battle begins. It's Cookie Day and Night. She's My Hedge Fund. Cookie Day and Night just the leader. She's My Hedge Fund rallying down against the rail. It's going to be the bobbing of noses that separates them. They've gone by. It's too close to call. Cookie Day and Night on the outside. She's My Hedge Fund on the rail. Then Super Alex. Wayne's Princess. Kai on the go.
A fine ride there by Ryder Sherman, more popularly known as Sneaky Fox, getting up in the nick of time with Cookie Day and Night to give trainer Gary Sabrati his 800th career win. A milestone achievement there for Gary Sabrati. Congratulations are in orders to Gary Sabrati. Getting win 800 with Cookie Day and Night.
A photo finish between the 17-1 bet She's My Hedge Fund and the 8-5 wagered Cookie Day and Night. Radish Roman getting the better of Panamanian jockey Joshua Osorio by the marginal short head and giving trainer Gary Sabrati a milestone 800 wins at Caymanas Park. Saturday's 5th event on the card was a claiming race for 3-year-olds and up. A 7-horse field set to go 7 furlongs or 1,400 meters. Breaking from the one draw, the lone importing in the lineup, Classical Orb from the Ralph Porter-born.
Starter ready. They're off. Regal and Royal and Classical Orb, the 2 slowest away, as they make their way down the backstretch and run toward the 6. Prince Marshall on the rail, a narrow leader. Ian Ilinks in between horses. So John racing out 3 wide. DeJay's Boy tracks them. Just about 4 lengths separates that group. Storm, the favourite, now beginning to make ground on the outside. A gap opens to Regal and Royal, and an even further one to Classical Orb. Down the backstretch they go. They've left the 5 and run toward the half mile and the far turn. Prince Marshall on the rail, attacked now by on the outside Sir John. Heads apart as they flash into that turn. Ian Ilinks and Storm now asked to build momentum. They race now some 4 lengths off that lead. A gap of some 3.5 to 4 lengths to Regal and Royal. Then DeJay's Boy, forget Classical Orb. They've left the 3. The tempo now has increased. The war up front continues. So John on the outside, Prince Marshall on the rail. Storm now stoked up on the outside of Ian Ilinks, who has 3rd over Storm 4th. Regal and Royal races next, but the leaders are into the lane. And Prince Marshall now has the head in front. So John not quitting on the outside, continues the battle. And these 2 shoulder to shoulder as they run toward the furlong pole. And now Sir John is asked to quicken, and quicken he does. So John with that lead inside the final furlong. Prince Marshall has succumbed to the constant pressure, and it is Sir John beginning to roar away from them under the left-hand stick. Sir John and a Uville Pinnock lead by 3 or more. Regal and Royal is running on, but Sir John beats Regal and Royal, then Prince Marshall, Classical Orb, Ian Ilinks.
An upset win there from Sir John at 13-1. Uville Pinnock on a quick double scored in race number 4. with Heroin and makes the double. In race number 5 with Sir John, 5,564 UV peanut dollars for that double event dividend. Second in the event went to Regal and Royal, the second favorite in the betting, and that exacta 4,948. Good exact payout there, and the trifecta 8,792.
Uville Pinnock aboard the 17-1 bet Sir John upsets the apple carts, defeating the likes of Regal and Royal, who finished second, Prince Marshall in third, and the imported Classical Orb in fourth. They completed the 7 furlongs course in 1 minute 29 2/5 of a second. Race 7 on the Saturday card was the Reggae Trophy, a graded stakes open allowance event for 3-year-olds and up. Leading rider Tevin Foster replaced Jordan Barrett in the saddle aboard the 3-horse Yellowstone, and Carlos Blake replacing the Panamanian Josu Osorio atop the much fancied Is That a Fact.
They're off for the Reggae Trophy. A gift from Ben ditches the rider and is now running loose. Bootylicious took off quickly and drifts now toward the center. Is That a Fact? The favorite is in behind Yellowstone. Neostar is racing nearest to us as they charge away now down the stretch and make their way toward the final 3. Over on the far side, Is That a Fact? Races in behind that one Taurus Boy. Bootylicious may just have that overall lead. Yellowstone in a striking position along with Neostar, but they're spread across the course. They make their way now inside the final quarter, and it is a Bootylicious in the center. Is That a Fact? Now wound up for run on the far side. Yellowstone needs to do more, so to Neostar and Taurus Boy. Bootylicious continues to lead, but coming with a thrust on the far side, Is That a Fact? And Is That a Fact looks to be going best of them all inside the final 16th. Is That a Fact is bouncing away and will win the Reggae Trophy by maybe 3 lengths. Bootylicious is second, Taurus Boy third, Yellowstone fourth, Neostar fifth and last.
No problems there for Is That a Fact? Chance ride for Carlos Blake in the Reggae Trophy and wins convincingly in 59 flat, drawn away by some 3 lengths there. Bootylicious ran a brave race for second, exactly there $277, and that was a good performance by Bootylicious, trying to take the fight to the classy Is That a Fact?
A chance ride for Carlos Blake lands him a well-deserved win aboard the 1-2 favorite Is That a Fact, a 4-year-old bay colt trained and conditioned by the champion trainer Jason DaCosta, owned by the 2023 champion owner Carlton Watson. Race number 9 on the card was a maiden special weight event for native-bred 3-year-old fillies. A decent field of 9 was set to go postward. Female jockey Samantha Fletcher secured the mount aboard the Jason DaCosta trained Himaya, who would break from the 3 box.
They're off. First start, My Sunshine and Himaya, a bit awkward. As Sipping on Sunshine grabs the lead on the run down the backstretch. Princess Fiani racing out wide. Lady Sarasota in between horses. Kaelin Melody racing on the rail. Tornado Steel just behind them and just possibly 5 lengths off that lead. Valley of Love a further 2 lengths back. Design Diva in front of Himaya, and My Sunshine, not shining at all, is last. They've left the half mile. They run passing the 7/16th and make their way now toward the 3, and it's Sipping on Sunshine opening the lead. Kaelin Melody and Princess Fiani in pursuit. A break of some 2 lengths back to Tornado Steel, overtaking Lady Sarasota. Valley of Love now shaken up and asked to make a long run. Behind them, that's Himaya, Design Diva, and My Sunshine at the back, but it's Sipping on Sunshine who turns for home with what looks to be a clear, and at the moment an uncatchable advantage. They're inside the final 3/16th. It's still a Sipping on Sunshine and Omar Walker. They hold a clear advantage. They've slipped past the furlong pole. Kaelin Melody is trying to run the leader down, but Sipping on Sunshine maintains a 4 or 5 length advantage inside the final 16th. It's Sipping on Sunshine. Kaelin Melody coming with a very late charge. Sipping on Sunshine driven flat to the boards just last over Kaelin Melody. Then Valley of Love close between My Sunshine, Princess Fiani.
So Sipping on Sunshine gets the win at 13-1, and that's coming off a morning line odds of 7-2. Yes, I gave that one 7-2 on the morning line, and I gave that one as my 3rd choice, and told you that at 19-1, Sipping on Sunshine was a live runner there, and I saw that you got in some cash and brought it down to 13-1 in the end. A good win, and congratulations to Nicholas Webby for owner Orchid Farms of Atomica fame, and getting his first career win there with an upset.
6-time champion jockey Omar Walker got a clean break at the start and took them from gate to wire aboard the 13-1 outsider Sipping on Sunshine. Kaelin Melody, with a late burst of speed, had to settle for second. Valley of Love in third. Princess Fahani and My Sunshine completed the other top 5 spots. Race 10 was the day's feature, the 4th running of the Portmore. Some of the island's best 3-year-old fillies get their road to the Triple Crown campaign underway. A talented field of 12 with the highly fancied heroine Banadura, who took both the Hotline Stakes and Thornbird Stakes in convincing fashion among the lineup.
Field in line and sent off for the Portmore. Buttercup misses it along with Battle Angel. Run Julie Run has speed and shows it. Crypto Girl rushing up toward the outside. Banadura is the one in the red silks racing on the rail. Fast and Furious Lynx follows these with Come Home to Me. Just about 5 lengths separates them as they flash past the 6. Francis is on the outside, oh so smart overtaking. Shiny Star races with that group. A break back to Lucy in the Sky, ahead of Blue Sensation, then Battle Angel, and Buttercup is at the back of the field. They've left the 5 in the Portmore. They make their way now toward the final half mile and the top turn, and it's a Run Julie Run attempting to go all the way. Crypto Girl is in hot pursuit and chasing. There goes Fast and Furious Lynx now bursting through, and it's a Run Julie Run, the leader by some 2.5 lengths. Fast and Furious Lynx, the closest pursuer. They leave the 3. Crypto Girl is racing next. Come Home to Me now wound up and beginning to make ground. Banadura has faded back and has a mountain to climb. Then comes Shiny Star and Oh So Smart along with Blue Sensation, but it's the grey filly. Run Julie Run at the top of the lane, a 1/4 mile to catch her in the Portmore. Fast and Furious Lynx is left 5 lengths back and found wanting at the moment as Run Julie Run responds to a quick change of hold inside the final furlong. It's Run Julie Run, and she sure is running in the Portmore inside the final 16th. It is Run Julie Run and Action Pack. Ray and Lewis, they win the Portmore by maybe double digits. Fast and Furious Lynx is next ahead of Blue Sensation. Could become Home to Me over Shiny Star or Battle Angel.
Run Julie Run with a notable rider change from Omar Walker to the 2023 champion Jockey Ray and Lewis gets the desired results. A showpiece performance by the spirited 3-year-old filly, finishing 10.5 lengths clear of her nearest rival Fast and Furious Lynx. They completed the course in a decent 1 minute 33 and 2/5 of a second. We take a break now on the Caymanas Park Highlight Show, and when we return, we'll recap select races from Sunday, May 5th. Welcome back to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. We continue our recap with select races from Sunday, May 5th, starting with race number 1. This was a restricted allowance event going 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters, a fairly open contest with the 4-horse Benson as a standout, seeming to be in immaculate form coming into the race, having romped to a 13-length victory last time out.
Starter ready, they're off. Almost perfect start. Benson gets a good one, grabs the lead early. May Sellington is just a 1/2 length down and running the rail. Hedgecraft on the outside of Uncle Sil. Don Pablo races next, just wide of Blinking Light, seeking a path in between runners. Bad Investment is a further 2 lengths in behind those. A break of 2 back to Joe Blaine, and To Kill a Mockingbird trails the field. They're arriving at the half mile in the first and go sprinting into that turn, and Benson attempting to go gate to wire. Leads up now by almost 2 lengths. Hedgecraft in pursuit. Don Pablo another 2 lengths back and now asked to go as they leave the 3/8 pole. May Sellington down against the rail, just 5 lengths off that lead. Blinking Light on the outside. Uncle Sil making mild progress. Joe Blaine also beginning to come on. To Kill a Mockingbird left at the back with Bad Investment, but Benson is the first into the lane. A 1/4 mile to catch Benson, and the rider now asked Benson to go, and Benson quick is under the urging. They leave the 3/16th marker. It's Benson out in front, getting a couple of touches of the right-hand stick. A furlong to catch Benson, and terrific Tevin Foster. The question is, can they catch Benson? Benson streaking away from them inside the final 16. Benson back-to-back wins. Last one by 13 lengths. Now he wins by maybe 8. Hedgecraft is finished in second. May Sellington third. Joe Blaine fourth. Blinking Light looks to be just 5th over Uncle Sil on the rail.
No problems there for the top selection. Benson stepping up in class for the first time, and as I said, winning by 30 lengths. At the grade below suggests that you can win the grade above, which is none of 2 in this case. And Benson gets a sharp start, goes straight to the lead, and makes all the running. Tevin Foster in the saddle there for trainer Fitzum Williams, more popular known as Features and owner breeder New Brew Limited.
Another big run by the talented 4-year-old colt Benson, with Tevin Foster in the saddle again for trainer Fitznahum Williams. They beat a quality field by an impressive 8 lengths and stopped the clock in a modest 1 minute 14 and 2/5 of a second over the 6 furlongs course. Race 7 on the Sunday card was a restricted stakes event for importees 3 years old and up, non-winners of 3, native bred 3 and 4 year olds, non-winners of 4. An already small field of 6 was further reduced to 5 with the scratch of Huntsman from the 1 box.
Is ready. And they're off. City Hawk, she's a God gift. Chocomo, they got off slowest of them all. Digital Light blazes the trail as they leave the 5. Strike Smart is there. Chocomo makes up ground quickly along with She's a God Gift. And last of the quintet, that's City Hawk. They're arriving at the half mile and go rushing into that turn. On their journey toward the 7/16th and the 3, and now She's a God Gift, the favourite, snatches the lead and slips away by 2 lengths. Chocomo in the red chasing. City Hawk has made progress, dropping down into 3rd. Strike Smart is 4th, possibly 6 or 7 off that lead. Digital Light not shining yet at the back of the field. They've left the 5/16th. They're in the final part of the turn. They're coming into the top of the lane, and it is She's a God Gift challenged quickly by Chocomo in the red. These two battling. City Hawk now begins to sneak upon them like an Indian down against the rail as these 3 now in a drive, and Chocomo snatches the lead. She's a God Gift continues the fight on the outside. City Hawk yet to carry that run through. Strike Smart not too far away. Digital Light left at the back, but it is Chocomo out in front under Robert Halladine. He's looking for his 3rd win, and he drives Chocomo home to get it by 2 lengths. She's a God Gift is 2nd. City Hawk is 3rd. Strike Smart 4th. Digital Light is 5th.
Chocomo gets his 2nd win from 3 career starts, and that's the 3rd win on the card for Robert Halladine and the 2nd win for champion trainer Jason Acosta.
Another brilliant ride from the jockey Robert Hardball Halladine aboard the Jason Acosta conditioned Chocomoto. City Hawk with the sneaky fox Radish Roman aboard put in a good run for 2nd. Strike Smart was 3rd, and Digital Light took the final top 4 spot. Race 8 was the day's feature, the 4th running of the Kingston, a Grade 2 event for native bred 3-year-old colts and geldings. A one-sided event with majority tote weight leading towards last year's champion 2-year-old Interesting Times Ahead, who remains undefeated from his last 3 starts.
They're off for the 4th running of the Kingston. Matuso stepped out a bit slow. Captain Sparrow got a good start. Last year's champion 2-year-old Interesting Times Ahead wants that lead as they motor down the back stretch and head toward the 6. Interesting Times Ahead has that lead by a neck. Unruly Dawn moving up to challenge, they float past the 6. A gap of some 4 or 5 lengths to Matuso Racing, just a length and a piece in front of Providence. Allegiance races on the outside of Playfair. Crown Chaser looking for room between horses. Captain Sparrow is next as they've left the 5. And last of all, it's Paperwork. They're on the run down the back stretch. The final part of it. They're about to arrive at the half mile. And Interesting Times Ahead now goes clear and opens up some 3 lengths in a flash. Unruly Dawn, unable to cope, has backed out quickly as the leader Interesting Times Ahead continues to stretch the lead. Maybe 6 or 7 lengths now. Unruly Dawn is there. Provident going in chase with Crown Chaser. Paperwork in between horses. Matuso on the rail. Captain Sparrow and Allegiance are next. And at the back, hopeless at the moment, that's Playfair. But they're into the lane. And they leave the quarter pole behind. And it's Interesting Times Ahead beginning to open up the gap. Captain Sparrow is showing stamina and running on down against the rail. Toward the outside, that's Crown Chaser. Provident in between horses, but it's Interesting Times Ahead, leaving the furlong pole with a clear lead. Captain Sparrow is asked to fly, but here is Interesting Times Ahead coming away. Captain Sparrow making late progress, but guess what? It's too late. Interesting Times Ahead wins by maybe 5 over Captain Sparrow. Crown Chaser is 3rd. Provident is 4th. Allegiance is 5th.
An impressive victory there by Interesting Times Ahead, champion 2-wheel of last season, and the winner of the Prince Consort Stakes when making his seasonal debut, and he makes it 2 wins from 2 starts in 2024. And he took the field by the scruff of the neck today. A similar approach of a run with the run yesterday, and Interesting Times Ahead made most of the running.
A convincing win for the 1-5 favorite Interesting Times Ahead. Tevin Foster in the saddle for champion trainer Jason Acosta and owner breeder Elizabeth Acosta. They completed the 1500 meter course in 1 minute 33 and 1/5 of a second. Lance Whitaker spoke with the winning jockey and trainer of the Kingston. He also caught up with Henry Pratt, co-owner of the Portmore winner.
The Kingston impressively to the favourite. Interesting Times Ahead, the 1-5 favourite. Tevin Foster, the hottest jockey at Caymanas Park at the moment, was aboard. pretty unlike the last outing when you had trouble at the start and had to work your way back to the top. You were pretty much in charge from the beginning.
Well, first and foremost, thanks to the Almighty, thanks to the trainer, thanks to the groom for his hard work he put in. Well, the other day that I rode him, he was coming off a 4-month layoff. I had a third start and he coupled up well and he came home victorious. Today, he's more fitter than the last time, so I just get a clean break and just take charge from there and ask him to run the last quarter.
How comfortable were you on the front end? Because you were setting pressed fractions, but how comfortable were you in the early stages?
Well, comfortable, well relaxed. I didn't have any challenges. I never really have to ask him up until the top of the straight.
And how good is this 3-year-old?
Very brilliant.
You think Interesting Times Ahead is the best 3-year-old at the moment?
Interesting Times Ahead, yeah, definitely the best 3-year-old at the moment.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Tevin Foster, winning rider for the Kingston aboard Interesting Times Ahead. We're going to talk to the winning trainer now, Jason DaCosta, champion trainer 2 years in a row, has well over 700 career wins, 470 of those wins coming in the United States. Jason, congratulations on the fine win here, as we just heard from the rider. A lot sharper today than it was the last time out.
Yes, thank you, Lance. Yes, I didn't expect that at all, but it worked out well. Tevin is an excellent rider, so I had faith in him, and you know, if he made that decision, it was the right one, so it worked out well.
Okay, so you're suggesting that it wasn't your instructions to go to the front?
No, it was not.
But that probably tells you how comfortable he was. He felt the pace, knew the quality of his horse, and worked from there.
Yes. As I said, I have all the confidence in Tevin. You know, he's riding very well right now, so it worked out.
Jason, every winner of the Kingston has gone on to win the 2,000 Guineas. Miniature Man, your horse, who was in a dead heat with Further and Beyond, Blue Vinyl, and then Mojito last year. How much confidence does that give you?
Well, after today, you know, allowing lumps of weight all around, as long as he keeps healthy and happy, he should be tough in the Guineas.
And what do you expect to do between here and the Guineas, which is pretty much 1 month away?
Just wrap him in bubble wrap.
Thank you very much, Jason. Congratulations, and keep up the good work, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jason DaCosta, leading trainer, champion trainer 2 seasons in a row, and Interesting Times Ahead gets a good win here in the Kingston. Now, yesterday, we had the Portmore being won by Run Julie Run, co-owned by Henry Pratt, who is going to talk to us now. Henry, just a little bit closer for us here. Very, very impressive win by your horse yesterday, in pretty much the same way that we saw Interesting Times Ahead winning, taking charge from early and dominating. How impressed were you with Run Julie Run yesterday?
Yeah, man, very impressed. That was the type of run we were expecting the last 2 races, but on each occasion, you know, something went, amiss. The first time, I think she didn't appreciate the blinkers, and the last race, in the Thornbird, she had an inside draw. The outside horses came down. She got out of the gate well, but she didn't really get into the race quickly, and she got caught up behind a lot of the outside horses coming down, and she didn't really like that. So she didn't really get going. She had to come wide into the straight, and she didn't have a straight path. So she, so she didn't get going until the race was almost over. Yesterday, though, she got out, got into the race, and she ran like how she worked. So, yeah.
Your second Portmore win, because your She's a Wonder, the late She's a Wonder, won the Portmore first year 2021 and went on to win the Guineas. Are there any comparisons between this horse and She's a Wonder for you?
Well, the race was pretty much run the same way as well, you know. The jockey went straight from the gate. It's the same connection, same jockey, same owner, same trainer, same groom. So I'm hoping that she'll emulate She's a Wonder on Guineas Day.
What were your impressions on Interesting Times Ahead just now winning the Coles Kingston?
Well, the time was pretty close. I think it's like 1/5 of a second difference, so it should be interesting times.
Yeah. I want to suggest to you that in the past decade, we've seen some fillies dominate the Coles. She's a Man-Eater, Atomica. Are you harboring thoughts of Run Julie Run stepping up in like the St. Leger and the Derby and probably dominating the 3-year-old campaign?
Well, you know how the racing is. It's one race at a time, so the focus is now the Guineas. And hopefully she'll stay sound and come back and perform like how she performed yesterday. And then, keep our fingers crossed and hope she'll be successful there. Then after that, we'll talk about or think about the other races.
Thank you very much, Henry. Henry Pratt, their co-owner of Run Julie Run, who was a very impressive winner of the Portmore yesterday.
The ninth and final race from the Sunday card was a maiden condition event for native-bred 3-year-olds doing a quick dash over 4 furlongs. A full field of 16 reduced to 14 with the 2 late scratches Miller Kay and Linston Market from the 4 and 5 draw respectively. Robert Haldane was aboard trainer Stephen Todd's She's That Girl, the 2-5 favorite in the betting.
And we're ready. We're off and racing. Trust Fund Baby breaks smartly and is right in the middle of the racetrack. Closest to us, that's Ruby's Light with Dash. Right, Natty Ride is also there over on the far side. That's She's That Girl. So She's That Girl and a Trust Fund Baby looks to be prompting the pace. Right under the fence, that's Ride Natty Ride. This is where the race lies at the moment. Also coming into that Restoration coming into it, but they're coming out to the chute. They're out to the chute and coming to the furlong pole, and it is Trust Fund Baby and She's That Girl. Trust Fund Baby in front, She's That Girl. Restoration not too far away, and right under the fence, that's Ride Natty Ride. This could be a wild finish. It is now She's That Girl. It looks to be She's That Girl. Restoration going by together. Then comes Trust Fund Baby, Ride Natty Ride, and Bold Shadow in the mix.
Robert Haldane takes the day's final event aboard the 2-5 favorite She's That Girl, landing 4 wins on the day from his 6 mounts. In second was Restoration, third Trust Fund Baby, and rounding off the high 5 spots, Bold Shadow and Ride Natty Ride. That's where we end our recap. This has been another edition of the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. See you next time.